Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Jody from Great Garment Graphics, and today we are presenting why your online business matters, how to get clients to choose your business 10 out of 10 times. And we have today joining us Ralph Morris. Ralph it's his first time presenting with us here at Great Garment Graphics, so I would also like to extend a thank you to Ralph for joining us today. And he's a leading expert in the field of internet marketing for local businesses with a very clear plan and emphasis on how to help you get new customers. So he serves as a lead consultant to many of his company's clients. He's held several senior executive positions throughout his career in finance, anywhere from finance to health and wellness. And then he actually founded Local Mobile Partners. And he grew up in Southern California, attended University of California. He now lives in Newport Beach and is here today to help us and you understand why your online reputation matters, why it's important, and to start considering what people see when they Google your business, and also offer some nice clear strategies for you. So with that, I would like to say hello to Ralph and welcome him for joining us today. Hi, Ralph.
Hello, Jody. Thank you very much for the nice introduction that was. I want to thank everyone for attending today. I know it's very important. You take time out of your business day, and everyone's very busy, and I appreciate that. And so we want to try to give you some value today on the seminar. Once again, my name is Ralph Morris with Local Mobile Partners, and I've been asked to discuss online marketing and how to use it to help your position as a leader in your local market. I've had 12 years experience in online marketing, and I've worked one-on-one with thousands of local businesses in different capacities over the last decade. And the proprietary systems and marketing strategies that we're going to be talking about today are set up to give you an edge that your company needs to achieve premier status in the local areas and position your company as a market leader. We are going to have a Q&A session at the end of this seminar. So please feel free to type in your questions at any time in the chat box during the seminar. But I ask one indulgence in that we're going to save up all the questions till the end, and then I'm going to answer them in the order that they came in on. So you might type in a question, and that question could be answered later on in the actual presentation on that. So let's start by showing you some dramatic shifts that have just happened in the marketplace. And I want to do that by showing you that every day people look online for products and services just like the ones that you offer. So let's see here. There we go. Here are some stats from Google that we have here. You can just look at some examples I have. We see dentists in West Palm Beach. These are all local searches, by the way. These aren't national searches. So in their local community, 2,400 people were looking for a local dentist. And in the Denver area, 2,900 people in the month were looking for appliance repair. Seattle plumbers, you had 9,900 people in the area that were looking for. So just imagine that hundreds, if not thousands of people online every single month are looking for your business. The question is how can they find you? Because everyday people, as you can see, they're looking for businesses. The problem is, who should they do business with? And what they're doing is they're looking for the most reputable company to do business with. And over the next few minutes, we're going to show you how to make sure that your business is the business they call when they're searching online. So I have a question here, and the question is, would you buy a product or a service from a company that had bad ratings or reviews? Now, obviously, it'd be no one actually wants to have the same bad experience that they read about. So we always look at reviews as the indicator on how we might experience that same product or service. But here's a more important question that you have to ask yourself. Two identical products. One has 10 good reviews. The other has 3 good reviews, but 1 bad review. Which one do you buy? Obviously, it's the one with the 10 good reviews. And why is that? Because we want to have a great experience. We're looking to make sure that a company is consistent with delivering that experience or that product or that service. So this is what consumers, individuals and companies do every single day. They go online, they look to find the most reputable company to do business with, and only 1 bad review, as you can see here, can send the customer from your website or your listing online to someone else's business. So that means the difference between your phone ringing or your competition's phone ringing. So that's what we want to talk about over the next few minutes. We're going to talk about reputation marketing and why it's the most important way you can market your business online. Now, you may have heard of reputation management or companies offering reputation management services, but that approach is outdated and ineffective. The reason we don't do reputation management is because reputation management doesn't get the phone ringing. Management is a very defensive posture. Marketing is a very offensive posture. So when you see a company or hear a company doing reputation management, that company really doesn't know what they're doing now considering the changes that have happened over the last several months. What they should be doing is reputation marketing. And why is that? Well, some major changes have happened, and your reputation is now everything. The online marketing game has changed. More importantly, online marketing is all about reputation marketing these days and not management. But they don't understand that this big game changer has just occurred, and that's why this can help your business dramatically. Now, game changer number one, any company, name, and a city, when you do a search, it reveals that company's reputation. So for example, when I type in the words Douglas J. Alterman, DMD, okay, basically cosmetic dentist, and the city they're from, here's what comes up. But look right after this, you see the reputation score. Most importantly, it's the new Zagat reputation score that Google changed to about 4 or 5 months ago. They have a 15 out of 30, which isn't really that good of a score. It's actually kind of poor. So anyone actually searching for them, maybe even just getting directions, is going to go and type in their name and their city, and they're going to find some more information about them. And they're going to see that they don't have a very good reputation. I mean, it's pretty incredible. Let me just do this real quickly. Let me actually just open up a browser. I want to show you how kind of things have changed. Let's pick a city. I'm going to pick Dallas. I'm in the West Coast, a lot of people all over the country, so let's just pick Dallas. So first thing we see, let's go Dallas Salon, okay? So we can see by Google right there. First thing I want you to notice, Dallas Salons, people are typing in. Right underneath that, you see Dallas Salon reviews. That's Google saying this is a very searched for term. People are actually typing in Dallas Salon reviews because they want to know the reviews about these salons. But let's just stay with Dallas Salons by itself. Okay, whoops. Let's see here. Let's go Dallas Salons. Okay, so we see that. We can see here we have the ads. We have the ads over here. We have the first couple organic searches. And then we have their Google Plus local listings. As you can see here, you have one that's got 15 out of 30, not so good. One that doesn't even have 10 reviews. 14 out of 30, not so good. 19 out of 30, not bad. Probably want to be in the low 20s, but okay. And you can also see over here it changes based upon the Google Plus listing. But these ones here have reviews. These are the organic searches. I guarantee you that this customer right here, even though there's 5 listings ahead of him, this person right here is getting more calls than these companies above him simply because they have more social validation there. They have the highest reviews showing, and you could click on them. You could see excellent, excellent, so you can see what people are saying about them. The only problem is the most recent review is 7 months ago. You'd really like that to be more recent. But you can see there that reviews are becoming more and more important with the online community. So now let's take a look at game changer number 2. Customer reviews are a major factor in almost every type of online marketing. And the reason being is that, what's happened here? There we go. Bad reviews show up in Maps and Google+. They show up in pay-per-click advertising, in website rankings, organic rankings, local directories. They show up everywhere. And this leads to game changer number 3. This all changed in late May, early June of this year, where it became so very, very important, where Google Local or Google Places became Google Plus Local. And now, what we used to do, SEO, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of it works anymore if you had bad reviews or bad reputation online. It's pretty simple. Why would you want to do all this work and spend all this time and money getting to the top of the search engine, doing online marketing, heck, even doing direct mail or TV advertising, when people find you, then all they're finding are bad reviews. So really what we have over the last several years is a complete flip-flop in online marketing strategy. Before, we used to do the Google Maps or Pluses or Places, and we used to do Yelp and video marketing and blogging and social media and all that stuff, and then we'd work on getting the reviews. Well, now that's completely flipped, because step one is you have to create a 5-star reputation. And then step two is market your products and services online, because again, you want to be at the top. Who wants to be found when all they have are bad reviews? You're wasting your money, because your phone's not going to ring, because you don't have a 5-star reputation that companies or other businesses or consumers are looking for. So let's look at game changer number 4. Now that we've talked what's happened kind of negatively with reputation, let's talk about some positive things when it comes to game changers. And on game changer number 4, first of all, reviews send you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers, because buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendation. So reviews can be incredibly bad for you if they're bad, but they can be incredibly good for you if they're really good. And let's look at a stat that came from Mile Anderson at Bright Local, and that's basically an online data company. And his recent survey showed 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. So would you rather create a marketing plan that focused on reaching out to people that don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you, and are always worried about price? Or would you rather create a marketing plan with people that know you, people like you, people trust you, and they're willing to give you referrals? Well, of course you want to do the referral plan. That's a no-brainer. Well, for the very first time with online marketing now, we can set up a plan that's just as powerful as referral marketing, because 3 out of 4 people trust online reviews just as much as a personal recommendation. So we need those 5-star reviews on your website. You have 5-star reviews on your local listings. That's as good as someone's mother saying you should go buy from this company. As good as a best friend saying, you know what, you should use this person or this company for their service. I used them and they were amazing. It's just as good as the colleague at work saying, look, okay, if you need that, you should go over here. They do a great job. So 72% of buyers trust reviews just as much as personal recommendations. But what I want to do is I actually want to dig a little deeper on this particular fact here, in that you may be familiar with a company, the Nielsen Company. They're the same people that do the TV ratings. They also do a lot of other kind of data analysis for companies and advertising, things like that. And they did a recent survey that talking about what forms of advertising do consumers trust, which are the most important things for them. Well, they said, obviously, this is no surprise, that 92% of the people trust recommendations from friends and families, and that's just kind of a given. But look right underneath that. Right underneath that, 70% trust opinions based upon online reviews. So you can see here, we have one stat saying 72%, the one previous, the Bright Local one, and we have the Nielsen Company rating 70%. This is huge. I mean, look at this. Actually, if you look at it right underneath it, though, consumers trust the opinions in online reviews more than an editorial from a newspaper or an article. You could actually have a newspaper in your area write an article about you, and people will not trust it as much as a series of online reviews. So you can see here all these evidence points that reputation marketing is the most important marketing that someone can do for their business. If you're going to do any type of marketing in your business, it should start with this first, because people aren't trusting TV ads at 47%, or even email marketing for lists they sign in at 50%. Even a branded website's only at 58%. So the top two recommendations are from people that you know, and then online consumer reviews. Let me take a sip of water here. Is this making sense so far? If I'm going too fast, let me know. I just want to make sure I get this in the amount of time, because I know you're all busy. So why is reputation so vital to a business? Well, this stat is pretty incredible. Consumers look up an average of 10 reviews before making a decision. These are all consumers online. They're looking for reviews. More importantly, they're looking for multiple reviews, not just 1 or 2. So this stat is pretty incredible in that it's kind of a secret mystery on how many reviews do you actually need to be credible online. Well, here it is. You see 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. So you can see here, if consumers are looking for 10 reviews and you have 10 reviews, then the bottom line is you've satisfied that requirement. You've provided enough information for the customer to stop searching and take action by contacting you. Also, you're not credible without 5-star reviews. Without a 5-star reputation and a minimum of 10 reviews, your business doesn't have enough consumer validation to make a buying decision when people are actually, they found you now, but are they going to choose you in that moment? So this is the difference between your phone ringing and not ringing. More importantly, this is the difference between your phone not ringing and your competition's phone is ringing. So it's incredibly important. We need to get not just 10 reviews, we want to make sure they're 10 5-star reviews. So when people see your business online, your phone rings. So the question you want to ask and want to get to is how do you create a reputation marketing strategy? And the simple way is you build a 5-star review online and you leverage that reputation to convert more customers. Do you know, but a big question is, do you know what your reputation is online right now? Do you know what people are saying about your business right now? Well, our customers do, and that's the difference. We're not just building a 5-star reputation for them. We actually leverage and market it. And the first start is actually know what people are saying. So what we're going to do is at the end of this presentation, but before the Q&A, I'm going to put a link in the chat box, and you're going to be able to click on that link, put in your phone number, and you're going to be able to find out exactly what people are saying about you, information about good reviews, it'll give you a reputation score. We'll also search the most important sites that your business should be branded on to see if you're even listed there. So literally within moments, you can find out exactly what your reputation is online. And like I said, I'm going to put that in the chat box, a link that everyone will be able to click on at the end of the seminar, but before we start the Q&A here. And so let's talk a little bit about strategy. What can you do to create a reputation marketing strategy? And once again, before I go on, is this making any sense to people, the importance of the online review and how you really need to leverage that in your business? You just type in the chat box yes, or hit the little hand raise button on that. Just let me know that this is making sense for you, and I'm hitting on some topics that seem valuable here. Okay, well, it seems like yes, that people are finding this valuable. So I'll keep on going. So we talked. Do you know your reputation online? Do you know what people are saying about you? You know, that's the important thing. So how do you create that strategy? We're going to cover 4 different topics right now. There's 4 types of reputation that you need to understand. And the first one is obviously it's going to be a bad reputation. Obviously, we know that's not good. You're going to need to do something right away. But then there's no reputation at all, which we saw when the search there. You saw there was a lot of listings that didn't have any reviews. And that's just as bad as a bad reputation because it doesn't get your phone ringing. You need to have at least 10 positive 5-star reviews for even to look credible online. And then there's a good reputation. And if you have a good reputation, that simply means you have some good reviews and maybe some not so good reviews, but it's more good than bad. Well, what if you have 10 really good reviews, but the last 2 are bad? See, this is the question we asked earlier. Remember, if you had multiple good reviews, but you had 1 or 2 bad recent reviews versus another company, who would you go with? Well, this is the difference. Having a good review is not enough. So these types of reputations are not going to get your phone ringing, and they're not going to position you as a market leader. What you need to do is you need to develop that all-important 5-star reputation. So how do you do that? What's the strategy there? Well, here are the first steps. First, you want to, as we develop that 5-star reputation, which we'll go into in a little bit here, and I'll give you some insider strategies on how you can do that and what we do for our clients. And then what you want to do is, after you've developed and you've got some positive reviews online, you want to make sure you market that reputation, and we're going to show you exactly how you can actually use and leverage your reputation online and actually get it out in the marketplace to get your phone ringing and get more customers. And then 3, you're going to want to manage your reputation online. because this doesn't, you just don't do it once and it stops. You constantly have to be working on it because people are constantly putting reviews online. I mean, everyone has a bad day. Maybe your receptionist, your salesperson, the person you hire to fulfill some of your products. I mean, everybody has a bad day. So in just one day, you're only one customer away from a bad review. So we want to make sure we manage that really well. And then the last thing you want to do, and this is the most important going forward after you've laid the foundation, is you want to create a reputation marketing culture. It's not enough just to try to fix things, but you want to be proactive inside your business. You want to make sure every single person in your company is on the same page. And they're all motivated to do one thing: do a great job for your customers, give them a first-class experience, and to get that 5-star review to keep that 5-star reputation going. So that's what you have a plan like this together, you can dominate your online market. Now, let's see here. Oops, why are we moving? There we go. So what are some things that you can do? Well, first of all, we design postcards for our customers, and they show customers how to give 5-star reviews and what sites they can click on with URLs and QR codes. Another thing we do for our business is, our businesses that we work with, is we create business cards, and these also for your staff, armed away where your customers can actually give reviews, and having business cards tells them exactly where to send it. We also create email templates, a very easy way to get reviews, but you actually have to work things in a certain way to be able to create a specific type of template that really motivates people not only to open the email, but to take action and give you a review. Now, one of the big insider strategies that we do is we actually create a private review page for our customers. So what we want to do is we want to be able to have a one-stop shop for everyone to be able to post their reviews. So here's the question. Would you rather have someone post a review on Yelp or CitySearch or Insider Pages that's not so good, or would you rather have them put into your personal review area where they're reviewed and then they can be addressed if it is a negative review? Well, that's what we do. We create a private review page so all the reviews are funneled into one area, and then when we receive them, we have a strategy and a system where we're able to post the positive ones online, and any of the ones that aren't so good, we make sure that the business owner or a designated person inside the business gets a private email sharing that review and letting them know, hey, this is something they may want to address with that customer. Now, a posting review strategy is critical, and here's why. Because even if you were to collect all these reviews on yourself, well, businesses can't post a review from the customers. And the reason is that all these different review sites have created filters that delete reviews that are posted from the same computer or IP network. So you got to make sure that you have a strategy for that. As I say, you can't post there. Review sites, they have algorithms that delete reviews when they're posted. And then also, we have the proprietary system that processes and posts those reviews without being filtered or deleted. So what are some other strategies? And these are kind of the second tier strategies that you can go after. Video review marketing is very, very powerful, getting testimonials from your customers. You can also, website marketing, put the reviews on your website, and we do this for our customers where we have it built in. We're able to get the reviews on the front page of their website, so when someone shows up on that website, they're converted quickly. Also, social media. You know, I talked about, you always hear people talk social media, all about social media, but no one really knows how to convert the leads from social media into actual customers. Because we do now. Because when you're using reputation marketing, your social media is incredibly powerful. Also, as we talked about email marketing, what we find here is that we looked into Nielsen stats, email marketing isn't as effective, but it can be if you combine it with the reputation marketing. So every time you send an offer, every time you tell them about a discount or a special that you're doing, if you also include some reputation marketing in there, some recent reviews, it helps with the conversion rate. Also, Google Plus local or Maps marketing or Places marketing, I know that changed a few months ago. You know, we talked a little bit about this earlier, about being able to rank at the top of the page, and you're the one that's up there. But most importantly is being there with a great reputation. You don't necessarily have to be 1, 2, or 3 if you have a better reputation and more reviews. You can actually steal potential customers from people that are higher up on the page because you have more social validation. And then sales and marketing. Maybe you have, you have a sales team, or when people come into your store and, you're talking to a customer, and you can literally double your sales. Just imagine the ability to sit in front of that customer. They're kind of on the fence on whether they should do business with you or not. And then you can say, hey, don't take my word for it. Look what our customers say. Or your salespeople can say, look what our customers say. And then actually go online and allow them to read those reviews for themselves. It's incredibly powerful, and it dramatically increases the conversion rate there. So a couple other things that very, very important, though. It's kind of some things that we, how to manage your 5-star reputation. And the way you need to manage them is very, very important. Now, a lot of companies out there, they'll try to monitor their reputation with Google Alerts. Unfortunately, Google Alerts and hundreds of other tools like that, they don't really work so well. And the reason is that these tools only work when someone types in the actual name of the business, or it searches the entire web for your name. But most reviews, people don't necessarily say the name of the business because they're already inside that page, or they're on Yelp, or they're on CitySearch, or Bing, or Yahoo Local, and Google, and they're there. So they don't need to reference it because people are reading about that business. They just post something that's good or bad, and not your name, not the product. So these monitoring systems don't work very well. What we do is every 2 weeks we create a report, and we're able to give our clients so they can see how their reputation is increasing online. Most importantly, it's able to share with your staff, and you can see where good reviews are coming in, bad reviews are coming in, what needs to be worked on, what you're doing that's effective. It's a real benefit to let you know what's going on in your business. Another thing are daily review alerts. So what we do with our customers is we look at a review site every day, and we see if there are negative reviews posted. We let you know. Now, obviously, you can try to do that yourself, but it can become very, very cumbersome to try to scan all the different websites looking for where you may have a good review or a bad review. Another way we may help manage a 5-star reputation is based on location. We do location-based reporting. So, we're seeing if a lot of locations grow as you expect. Oops, hold on here. I'm sorry about that. You may be seeing good reviews, you may be seeing bad reviews, but they'll show up on websites and other directories, ones that are indicative to your area. Every city has some directories that aggregate reviews that are unique, and we monitor those as well. Now, managing your reputation isn't just about monitoring or reporting. It's also about continuing to grow your reviews. And you have to do that every month. You got to actively grow those reviews. Otherwise, once your reviews become 6 months, a year, 18 months old, they're really not valid anymore. You could have 10 5-star reviews, but if they're over a year, customers are going to kind of question that. So it's important that you're constantly building up reviews, and we work with our clients to do strategies to make sure that they're up and also that they get posted correctly. And that's also posting reviews. You have to keep on posting reviews and make sure they stick. And that can only be done by an individual. It can't be done by the company. And it needs to be from different locations to override those filters that all these different directories have. And now, lastly, manage your reputation by marketing only the 5-star reviews. Now, this is really important because even an average review, even though it's good, it's not going to convert. It's not going to make the phone ring very well unless it has the right information, the right social and buying triggers inside of it. So we continually monitor for the right reviews to be able to post on your website and to get out into the different directories. So it's really important you pick the best reviews that service your business to be able to get the phone to ring. And remember, you don't necessarily need a lot, but you do need 10, 12, 15, or at least more than your competition to convert people and make the phone ring and have them choose your business instead of someone else's. Let me go here. There we go. Like that. So in essence, what you want to do is with your reputation is create a reputation marketing culture inside your business. So here's a question. You expect your staff to give first-class service to every single one of your customers, right? well, what's your plan to inspire your staff to give first-class service to those customers? And then once you have that in plan, the plan to build a personalized reputation center, and this is what we do for our customers. We actually build an education training center for every single customer that we work with that allows them, their staff, to interact with it and to learn more about how to work with customers to make sure that they are building that culture of reputation marketing inside their system. So realistically, oops, what happened there? What did I just do? I'm sorry. Hold on. Just lost it there. There you go. So in essence, you know, that's your reputation marketing is the most important type of marketing, and every company needs a strategy for that. And we can do that for you. But even if you don't choose a company like us or a company out there, it's very important. If you did one thing before you spend any other type of marketing dollars, is to go out there, find out what is your reputation online, and then come up and hopefully use some of the strategies that I've given you today to inspire your customers to be able to give you and your business some great 5-star reviews. So that's we're right at 31 minutes now, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Hope I wasn't going too fast. Let me go ahead, and I'm going to put that link in the area here, so you guys can go and click on this link. And let me make sure. See. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have to do. Jody, I'm going to send you this link, and then you can put it into the chat there for me. And see. And if anyone has any questions now, please feel free to type them into the chat area, and I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. We can go into any direction you want. And I think also Jody has a poll question too, so be sure that you click on that, that poll question as well. And Jody, were you able to put that link into the...
I'm actually not able to copy it to the audience.
No?
For some reason. Nope, it's not allowing me to use the copy-paste function.
Let's see here.
But for right now, we can answer while you're trying to figure it out. We can,
Sure.
I will run the poll. And
okay.
So the question is, what online marketing strategy are you most interested in learning more about?
Okay. And let's see here. Attendee list.
And really, if I don't know if you needed to send everybody the link now if you wanted to see real-time results, but if we're having trouble doing it now, we can always include it in the in our
sure. Yeah, I just
webinar.
wanted to see if I could put that in there, just so people, because you know, it's funny. Usually you have the choice here where you can send it out to everyone. But you're not able to copy that paste.
Nope, not what you just sent me. So let me see.
Here, I know what I can do.
Actually, I can just type it in. How about let's do that?
Okay, yeah.
So that's usr35119.localreputationreport.com. Send that to everyone.
Yeah, saw that. So feel free, either now or later in the day or at your convenience, go ahead and just type that in, you know, click on that link, and you can put in some information, and it'll give you an overview on some reviews and whether you're listing on some sites or not, and a reputation score, so kind of give you an overview on a little bit about your business.
Great. And Ralph, it looks like at least half of our attendees are interested in learning more about social media and Facebook.
Okay. Well, we can definitely do that on the next one. We can talk about where we'll schedule that, but there's a lot of strategies there, and even with social media and Facebook and any of those topics that were covered, it still really comes down to social media. What is social media all about? Sharing information with friends, and colleagues. Well, if you don't have a good reputation first, what's going to get shared is a bad feedback, bad reputation. So it's very important. Also, here's something unusual too, or something really to keep in mind. Let's say someone does have a good experience with a business, but they have a bad online reputation, and they say, "Hey, yeah, go to ABC Business there," and you ask, "Well, what's the address? You have a phone number?" I don't have it on me. Just look online. They're on State Street, and someone goes and clicks, and it's from a positive, friendly referral. They click online and they see, "Hey, this company doesn't have that great reputation. Maybe my friend got lucky and got a good situation, and all these other people got bad reputations." So we can definitely talk about social media, Facebook. It's a very powerful tool. Big believer in it. And do it for a lot of my clients. And there's some tricks and some tips to do it and make you seem like you're a multi-million-dollar company online, even though you're just a local business. And there's nothing wrong with that, because local businesses are the backbone of our country here. But you can have a big professional presence very simply through social media and Facebook as well. So we'll definitely put that in as the next seminar that we do.
I do have a couple questions, and Anthony really was looking for sort of a plan, and maybe this could actually be your next presentation, just a plan that connects you really with local companies, that connects you, that would connect their small businesses with other just kind of individuals in the community. So I was wondering if you really had any advice.
Well, that's kind of more, yes, I do, but that's to connect you locally. That's kind of an overall strategy. And so, like, when I work with customers and clients, I basically sit down with them for 15, 30 minutes, and I ask them a series of questions to find out, what their goals are, what they want to try to achieve, what their business does, and what they're currently doing, if they're doing any type of marketing online. And then based upon that, there's all these different tools and strategies you can use, but not everyone is best for your business. So it's kind of hard to say off the top. That's why we started with the reputation. Without knowing specifics about your business, I can guarantee everyone that if you work on what your reputation is online, if you have a minimum of at least 10 rock-solid reviews there, so when people search you, even search for your type of service, not searching for you, but they search for your service in your area, you don't even have to be number one, as we saw with those Google searches. You can be farther down the page, but if you have more social validation than your competitors, you're going to dominate your local market. Now, I don't know if that answered the question directly, or if you were looking for something where you were looking for more direct response type, reaching out to the community strategies where you're proactively going after the leads as opposed to having it in the search. There's some differences that we can talk about there. But I think the question maybe just needs a little more specific, Anthony. If you can type in and say specifically what you're looking for, I might be able to better answer the question.
Okay. And it looks like, I guess we'll wait a second for Anthony to reply, but it looks like he really was the only one that had a question so far.
Okay.
Anthony said he'll contact you. He's in San Diego, so he'll contact you personally.
Yeah, just contact me directly, and you can email me, and we can talk more about that. But I stress, and to go back, whether you work with a company like myself or someone else, or do it yourself, go out there and really consider your reputation, because this is the complete game changer. Any money you're spending, if you don't have a good reputation online, is going to be wasted on any other type of marketing, because all you're doing is you're promoting a bad reputation, or you're promoting no reputation, and you're spending marketing dollar to get someone to look up salons in Dallas or dentists in Dallas or Atlanta or whatever. They're going to a page there, they're seeing the results, and yet they may see your listing there, but if you don't have the reviews, they're going to choose someone else. So not only are they choosing your competition, you actually paid for them to choose your competition if you haven't set yourself up with the new social validation. I guarantee you in the next 1 to 2 years, it's going to be all about reviews. And it's not just on Google, it's on Yelp, it's on City Insider pages, City Search. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of review aggregator sites out there that are collecting reviews. And it's a new social currency. And this is a way now where you can actually market to people that want to do business with you. They like you, they trust you, and they're not worried about the price, because for 7 out of 10 people, that online validation is just as good as if their mom or brother or friend at work said, hey, go use this business. They were great for me.
And just as a side note, I would definitely agree with you. Even just this weekend, I was looking for a restaurant to go to, and the ones that didn't have any reviews or didn't say anything about it, I didn't even look at. And the one that had several reviews on it, on Yelp actually, is where I went.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we went, and we ordered what they said was good, in the review. Try this; it's amazing. That's what we ordered. So,
well, here a little stat, and I didn't want to get too stat heavy on this presentation, but a half a star difference in the review structure. Having a 4-star review versus a 3.5-star review can equal a 10% conversion rate difference. Half a star online can mean 10% more people call you and actually take action. And that's a stat that was recently done. You brought up Yelp. It was recently done by the Restaurant Association. It is powerful, and it's only to get it more so. And one of the topics we talked about was mobile, and most people that are active in buying decisions, they're doing searches on their mobile devices, and they just want the brass tacks when it comes to stuff. So they're making quick decisions, and they're just scanning, and they're seeing review validation. Okay, let's look at this one here. I got to get this right away. They're not sitting at a big computer monitor, and those are the ones that are really willing to take action in that moment. So I guarantee you there's a lot of important things that we can do that are effective online, but I tell everyone I work with, old customers and new clients, that this is what we must do now, or must do first, is build that reputation, because this is going to ensure that your marketing dollar is well spent, that you're not wasting money. And I don't know any local business nowadays in this kind of economy that can afford to waste money. But I can show people where you can easily beat out your competition, even if they're ahead of you on the local searches, by having a better online reputation than they do. They can rank number 1, 2, 3. You can be a little bit down the page, but if you got more reviews, more positive reputation, people are going to choose you. We've all done it. You people go on eBay or Amazon. We all check the 4 or 5-star reviews. We all see that. Jody mentioned Yelp. I always use Yelp for restaurants, especially looking for new places, and that's only expanding. So, who would go to a dentist? You move to a new area. You don't really have family or friends in that area. How do you pick a dentist? A lot of people go online and they search the local reviews. So.
Yeah.
So
okay.
go ahead, click on that link if you can, and that way you can find out exactly what's all about your business. If we don't have any other questions, then anything else in the chat there?
Nope. Susan just wanted to let you know. She wanted to thank you, said it was a great webinar. We here at Great Garment Graphics would also like to thank you. We do have our next webinar coming up, is actually geared toward our Spanish clientele, and that is on the 6th. And then our following webinar after that is November 8th, and that is Reduce Artwork Time with CADWorksLive.com. That's going to be with Josh Ellsworth from CAD Cut Direct. And for those of you that do have artwork challenges, who are not as fluent in Corel Draw or Adobe, and maybe even if you are and you're looking for some kind of easy ways to do teams or whatnot, this would definitely be the webinar for you. So that'll be November 8th at 2 p.m. You can register on the Great Garment Graphics website, and I'd like to thank everyone for joining, and thanks again, Ralph.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and thank everyone for their time today.
Thank you. And if any of you are on the East Coast, thank you for joining us. And I hope, or if you have friends or family on the East Coast, we're thinking about you. Make it a great day.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thanks, Ralph.